Hey, what's up? I would like to talk about my number one vice, which is legal here in Thailand, but not in the UK, and that is Mary Jane, marijuana, or cannabis, weed, pot, whatever, dope, whatever you want to call it. I started smoking when I was like 16 or 17 years old. I'm nearly 33, it's almost half my life. Now, for me, weed was just like a warm blanket. It was cozy, it was comforting, it was safe, it made me feel good, it made me relaxed, it made me calmer, it made me more empathetic, it made me more gentle. It made me believe I was like a part of the human race and saw other people as equals and as my fellow kin versus being a young guy that was full of anger and hate, piss and vinegar, as they say. Uh, I was a hostile person and I was not a good person. And after finding cannabis, it really, really changed my outlook on the world, my perspectives, my thoughts and views on a lot of things, as it does for most people. Hey, this is probably why it's illegal. If it opens your mind up to questioning things like why are we going into all these wars and why are people getting away with touching so many kids and like such heinous stuff like that, right? Anyway, too much of a good thing. It's never too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Too much of anything can be bad. The point is this: my use is moderate, but it's frequent. I smoke every day, and I've smoked every day for a long, long time. I've gone long periods. Say long periods. I've abstained for 6, 7, 8 months at a time. I've done this 2, 3 times, um, but it's something that I've never really been able to fully let go of. And I'm going to tell you something crazy here. I've fought Muay Thai 12 times in the last year, and every time I stepped foot in that ring, I was high. I was fucking high. I was stoned out my nut. When you fight and you're the last person on the card, say the fight start at 10, you're not fighting until about 11. It's a long day. It's a long day. And it's really hard to not smoke. So then by the time I end up fighting, I'm already stoned and tired. And I understand this isn't helping my performance. But what it did do, my performance, maybe it has helped my performance in some ways. It helped keep me calm. People say, how can you do that? I get so anxious and nauseous and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, gives me anxiety too. But I hate this word anxiety. I prefer the word energy. So when you get that feeling of anxiety, don't think of it as like, oh, this is negative. This is a bad feeling. No, no, no. You go, oh, this is energy. Oh, this is positive. I'm going to use this. This is fuel. That's how I see it. That's how I deal with anxiety. That's how you flip a positive from a negative. And what happens is when you're anxious and you want a fight, your fight or flight response kicks in. So what happens if it's fight or flight? Well, it's like you've got to fucking survive, don't you? So your reaction times are actually faster. Um, yeah, you're more diligent. You're hyper aware. You're hyper aware because you're so fucking full of anxiety that you're like, I can't fuck up here. So anxiety elicits from me a positive response. And so this is one of the reasons why I use weed in all of my fights. The other reason is that it makes me. If you didn't know this, your body is full of CBD receptors, cannabidiol, which means that this plant obviously has some human uses if we know how to break it down. Anyway, the point is this: when you smoke weed, same reason that yogis for thousands of years smoked hash and did yoga, uh, because it makes your body feel good because you relax. Something to do with the parasympathetic nervous system. When you feel relaxed, you can stretch, you get deeper into stretches, you opens up your mind, And overall, just leaves me feeling great. Um, However, like I said, too much of anything is good for nothing. And I really would like to go forward this year as I turn 33 on the 22nd of January. I would like to do a 1 year clean and sober from my vice. Now, I don't drink alcohol. Weed is my vice. And so basically, I just want to use this to open up about my use of this plant, um, and just use you guys to be like, nah, I'm changing it. I'm changing things. I want to see my performances get better, and I want to stop relying on something. Um, you know, there's a bunch of reasons. Anyway, this is Peter and out. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Please subscribe. If you've got or you've been struggling with any vices, addictions, maybe food, maybe sugar, maybe porn, maybe fucking, maybe who knows what it is. If you're struggling, man, reach out. All the best.